Hi, welcome to your astrology forecast for September 11th to September 17th, 2014. And on the 11th, the moon conjuncts the south node in Aries. This is going to help us to let go of old ways of doing things, how we react to things, defensiveness, impatience, and impulsiveness as well. It can also help us to get in touch with who we really are and let go of any false ideas about who we are. Also on this day, the moon moves into Taurus. This can help us to enjoy all of our senses at a much more deeper level. And we may also be able to focus on our finances a lot easier and also tune into what our values really are at a deep level. On September 12th, the moon in Taurus creates a grand trine with Venus in Virgo and Pluto in Capricorn. So our relationships are going to be reaching a much deeper level, and at the same time in a much more real way, a much more practical way even. And Pluto is going to be having some bubbling under the surface coming up for us, but it's going to be increasing the amount of love we have for the people that are in our lives, whether it's a romantic relationship or even friendships or family. And you may even feel more deeply involved in your work. Since they're all earth signs, there's a lot more connection to what it is you do, and you can put a lot more of yourself into your work, a lot more harmony and love, and even just your deeper sense of who you are into your work. On September 13th, Mercury in Libra opposes Uranus in Aries. So this may create some amount of tensions, perhaps because Mercury in Libra likes to communicate in a very diplomatic way so as not to hurt anybody's feelings. But Uranus in Aries may be somewhat more shocking and blunt. So there may be a tension that is created because perhaps you'll say something a little more blunt, but you'll also not want to deal with confrontation. Perhaps a confrontation will ensue, but you'll be able to perhaps deal with it by using a more balanced approach and being more diplomatic about what it is you really meant to say rather than how it came across. And it could even just be that it's a circumstance rather than something you said, even like an unexpected thing that occurs that creates kind of a chaotic feeling. And Mercury in Libra may be able to help balance the situation out and be able to smooth things over. And also on the 13th, the moon moves into Gemini, and Mars moves into Sagittarius at the same time as they oppose each other. So when the moon's in Gemini, there's a lot more ability to communicate how you feel, as well as more wittiness and chattiness and sense of wanting to learn new things. And Mars moving into Sagittarius is going to bring a lot more eagerness to learning things, but also to exploring and taking more action towards an adventure or towards a long-term vision that you might have had. And there could even be some arguments that occur about philosophies in life and ideas and anything that, where you, any beliefs you might have and opinions even. So this could kind of create some tension in that way where people might get a little bit too emotionally involved in what ideas they have and what their beliefs are, and maybe feeling a defensiveness towards what it is they believe in. So that is the downside, but there is more of an eagerness to learn on this day as well. So maybe you'll be able to listen as well as well, hopefully not so much defend, but stand your ground. All right, on September 14th, Venus in Virgo trines Pluto in Capricorn. Exactly. So this is going to be bringing up a lot of deeper stuff when it comes to relationships. Perhaps hidden things, or hidden fears, or things that are kind of on the more intense level, things that are like, unconsciously stirring under the surface. But it should bring a lot more closeness to any relationships that you have. And this same energy can also be used towards putting more of yourself and more of what you love into your work, to where you might even become more obsessed with your work and fall more deeply in love with your work even. And on September 15th, the moon in Gemini squares the sun in Virgo, which is a last quarter moon. I accidentally forgot to mention the full moon in Pisces last week, but I think with all those conjunctions to all those planets in Pisces and the oppositions to the sun, I think it kind of sums up what the sun and opposite the moon in Pisces would be. Anyways, moon in Gemini squaring the sun in Virgo may bring up some tensions about, maybe your everyday work, and maybe there's a miscommunication that could occur, and it's even possible that there may be too much focus on the details and too much overthinking of things, too much overanalyzing, and even overanalyzing your emotions. So you do want to try not to get too much in your head on this day, and make sure that you are careful as well as diplomatic in your communication, and really tuning into other aspects of life rather than communication or mental ideas, or focusing on the details too much may help you. Like meditation might be a good idea on this day. It may be harder to do, but it would be a good idea. All right, on September 16th, Mercury conjuncts the North Node in Libra. So this is going to help with conversations in one-on-one situations that can help to move you forward in life. Perhaps you make new connections that will help your evolution, or you maybe are, have a conversation, a one-on-one conversation that really just opens you up to just an evolutionary expansion of sorts, or more of a, like, maybe even you meet like a new partner perhaps by having a conversation, or a situation that just really moves you forward in some way, towards more partnership and towards learning more things about yourself even. And then the moon moves into Cancer. So this is going to make us actually want to kind of go within ourselves a little more and enjoy our homes and take care of our homes and nurture our family, and be able to really take care of ourselves at a deeper level, and yeah, just having that whole homey feeling where you're kind of within yourself a little more. And on September 17th, Venus in Virgo opposes Chiron in Pisces. Now, this may bring up some pain when it comes to relationships, and there may be some tensions there that need to be healed, and Chiron will be helping us to deal with that a little more. And if you're not in a relationship, then it could be that someone says something at work that upsets your sense of harmony, and you'll have to kind of deal with the things that brings up for you and heal with those things. So, of course, being gentle with yourself and giving yourself plenty of self-love and self-forgiveness can be a lot more helpful to do in that situation. All right. The moon in Cancer opposes Pluto in Capricorn, and they both square Uranus in Aries, creating a T-square. Now, this isn't exact, but it's, within 4 degrees. So when the moon in Cancer is opposing Pluto in Capricorn, it's really telling us to dig deeper into what our foundation needs to be for our careers, and to dig deeper within ourselves and into our unconscious selves or subconscious selves, and be able to understand what is really happening at the emotional level when it comes to our career. Is this career fulfilling? Is this career affecting how we feel? And what do we want to feel in our careers? What sense of, feeling do we want to get from our careers? So there may need to be some things that are transformed when it comes to your career. And when they're both squaring Uranus and Aries, Uranus and Aries is like realizations coming at you about these things, and about perhaps how it is you want to feel at home as well. Like, how much freedom are you getting from your career? How much independence are you getting from your career? How much freedom do you feel at home? How much independence do you feel when it comes to your home and family? And there's some tensions being riled up about this. So, and realizations about what might need to change in your whole foundation of what your career and your home is, you know. And it also depends, of course, on where it is in your own chart. So if you know that, then you can kind of get a deeper view of what that means. So yeah, and then the moon in Cancer creates a grand trine with Saturn in Scorpio and Chiron in Pisces. So this is bringing up a lot of fears, emotions, and wounds, and all kinds of stuff, but it's happening in such a gentle way to where you can really get some major healing, and it should be a lot more easygoing. Good thing it's not squares going on, because, I mean, obviously, there's a bit of oppositions with the Chiron, but yeah, Saturn is kind of our sense of limitations. It can also be our fears, and it can be our sense of responsibility and our sense of reality even. Saturn makes things real, and with it being in Scorpio, it's like all of the hidden stuff, all of those hidden subconscious, and especially it would be fears when it pertains to Saturn. So there is some major tuning into that, a lot of transformation occurring around what it is we fear and what our limitations are. So it is even like maybe a death and rebirth of what we see limitations as for ourselves. And then Chiron is like a collective healing of old wounds. It's like just really digging deep, possibly even into past life stuff, and really looking at that stuff. With the moon in Cancer, of course, this all brings it into the more personal and universal at the same time, because the moon also rules the public, but our emotions are also very personal. So we will definitely be feeling some healing going on, and in the guise of maybe perhaps pains and fears. So transformation is definitely occurring at a deep level, and we will be releasing a lot of just old stuff, but it's ultimately going to be for your own personal growth and your own personal well-being. So that's what the good news is there. All right, that's it for the week. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you liked it, and if you did, make sure to like and subscribe and comment and share. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for all of the support. I really appreciate every one of you, and have an awesome week. Talk to you soon.